Inflewence here, and today I have MMC's PS-23 Ignis, which is their HotSpot, the protectobot leader, and we're here. And this is a great figure. Don't like the feet. Just get that out the way. There's a couple other things that I don't like, but overall this is a great figure. So let's get into it. Big chunky boy.
Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
So this guy is super big, nice. I really like him. And we can get into accessories. You see his big giant guns. Let's get them out. His hands. And we can take a look. So here are the guns. Just single black plastic, I believe, and it does have a double hilt or a double handle, so you can use it on the giant robot as well. Defensor, that's what his name is, and you can fold all of them up. I assume you can stick them on the vehicle. I'm not sure. You also get these arms right here that are like extra mechanical arms, and you actually can let me see how. Suppose you can combine these. So I think, oh yeah, right here and right here. You can tab it on. I can't see. There we go. And it creates like this big giant gun. Maybe this is better for a defensor. I don't know, but we shall see. You also get defensor head, which is nice. A secondary head because there's one in there already. So you get a different type of looking head. I'll compare those probably in a later video because I'm not doing any base mode or combine mode in this video. I'm gonna do a separate video for those two things. Then you get the two faces right here. I don't know if they're in focus, but they just got two different expressions. It's cool. You get an extra piece of directions, which is always nice. It just shows you that, you know, it's just telling you how to do the head, which is not hard to figure out. Of course, you get a card. What would it be without a card? So you get a card, you get this thing for like the old school tech specs. And directions. Directions are, I don't know, I use Peak. You know, he usually does the instructions for these guys. He's in charge of the instructions, so I use his video for transformation because he usually knows what he's doing. And you get the box, which typical MMC box. Cool. Got some product shots on the back, and that's about it. And we get an up close of his face, so you can see in the details in his body. Here he is compared with some bots. We got Masterpiece Optimus, we got X-Trans bots, Fuzz, I believe, and this is first aid. Of course it is. MMC, I don't know their third-party name, but yeah, I'm going with MMC for the bot modes because they make a great bot, and I'm going with X-Trans bots for the actual defensor because of the size and look. I don't like the all-in-one, the way it looks when it's combined. But yeah, he looks great. He's a big boy, big bot. So now we can go over articulation. His arms, he has the big giant biceps because it's the whole cab, of course. They spin around 360. He can get his arm up pretty high, way more than 90 degrees if you need it. Do be careful right here though. It does rub. There's also a tab back here that kind of hits. Wait, where's the tab at? There's a tab on the side here know if you can see that. It has bicep swivel. Tell you the truth, I'm not sure how this goes. Sometimes I see it like this because it's a piece that flips around and it's for transformation and probably other things, and you can flip it around and put it on the inside. I'm not sure, maybe you can put it how you want it. And this also moves. So when I got it in the box, it was like this as robot. It didn't look too, I don't know, it didn't look right to me because I needed some separation. So I moved this down, which I think is right. So there's like some separation here and also in here, but this is too close to the body, kind of messes it up. So I move it over in this area. But then I don't know, because when you move the arm, it manipulates this. So it may be right inside, but for now I'm going to leave it like this and see what happens. Well, like I said, you have a bicep swivel right here. You have double jointed elbows that get you the full run. Got the big old bicep and shoulders. He's been working out. Head, I don't think I did the head, so his head goes down like that. Oh, this is another thing I don't like. 100%, not 100%, but I almost sure that I got this right, and this big old hole right here, it's kind of unsightly, especially looking from higher. It is a bigger bot, so maybe you won't see it depending on where your shelf is, but I see it on my shelf. So, but it does lend itself to get his head down, but he's not looking at anything but the inside of his chest. It's going up like that. And these two, these come in, and it's just nitpicking. I'm not saying it's a terrible figure because of it, but just letting you know. So the ears go in because they got to go in for transformation. So it's just on the ball joint, and you get the side to side and up and down regular, and on this joint. And you can spin around, and of course I put his ears in. I'm not going full with it. So back to the hands. Got individual articulated fingers and a ball jointed thumb that doesn't articulate. Hands go up and down like this, and they spin around. Waist has a super ab crunch, which I don't know, is probably for the combine mode. And of course he gets the 360. So for him being such a big guy, skirts go up, and you can get his leg all the way up, almost, just about, and you can get him all the way back. So he does do the splits, which is cool. He can do the splits. Watch that. He can also, he can do the hurdles. He can also do the splits. So I wasn't lying. Which is cool. And feet, or legs I should say, knees, he has swivel right here built in. He does have a knee that gets you 90 degrees. There's all types of joints in here, but they're really not supposed to be used for this mode. And his feet, which I don't like. You can get all this down like that. It's just really a really flimsy foot. And I'm sure for other reasons, or I think it is. So put the foot down like that. It's just a little flimsy toe. You see how thin that toe is? So it doesn't provide much support, but you can move the toe like this, really do the transformation. This panel also always goes in. I think I have it right, but it just sits like right here. And you see how it goes past? it's not really supposed to go past. It's supposed to stop right there. Then this leans up against there. That's perfect, but it often ends up like this, pushed in like that. So you can get the toe up, down, and it does have a rocker, but like I said, it's just this thin little piece, and it's not a great heel spur or anything. He stands up fine though, but it just annoys me, this foot. Transformation for this guy is super refreshing because it's not hard at all, which is great. So just move these fingers in, start with the upper body, push this down. I believe you can move the fingers in just like this, push that down. Yeah, you can move this out, move this down and out like that, move this down, move this down. It's like all the cab stuff. You can see there's a little piece right here that you can move down. There's a couple little pieces like that you gotta fool with. So then you move this down, and you want the fist, the back of the fist, you want it on the flat side, so it fits in like that. Then you just move that up. Now this, you turn around and you're gonna move this up here, like it's gonna go like this. Let me see, should be, it's right here. I think it should have been on the inside maybe, and because you got to move this piece this way for transformation. Once you do that, you can move that up there like that, and then when you move this up, there's a little tab right here that's going to tab in right there as you're moving it up. So make sure this is pushed all the way. You see how it slides like that? You want it up like that, because then when you move this, it'll tab in there. I know it's a lot. It's a really simple thing, but it could get in the way. So then with this, it's on a slider as well. So then you just slide this up all the way and get it like that. Then you can move this back down, and it goes around all of this stuff, and then it should close fine. If you got everything where you need it to go, it should all close. There we go. So you do the same thing over here. I'll do it quicker, less convolution, hopefully. Move that down, move that down. This moves around here, goes here, because then you're going to move this up, and then you want to move the fist again, move the fist down and around, then it goes in there like that, and then this can go up like this. Make sure again this peg is going in there, and then slide this up. It's really quite simple. And then get all this situated. Make sure this is down. It was already down, I think. It don't really make much difference in robot mode. It's just on the back, so if it stays down, it's fine. So now let's move this chest down. And while you're moving it down, you're flipping this around. So when you flip it around, you gotta flip it all the way around, and then you can push these in right here, and it kind of closes up this. And you can see the Fensor's head in there. So now let's get the backpack going. Move this up a little just to get it out the way. These side pieces you want to move down, and then flip them down like that. They're just tabbed in to the side. Flip it down, then you can pull this off. It's just tabbed up top. It's a tab here, and then these two tabs go on the side. And you can move all this out and just leave it out like that. Then you want to flip this over, pull this out, and you can see the fencer's head. You need to open it up and flip this up here, and his head should be turned around. You probably should turn it around when it's up top, but then it fits in there, and then you can close this once it goes in right. Then you can put all this together and flip it back in. Then you can move this and clip it. There we go. Make sure all this is tight. Then you just move this together up top and tab it together. There you go. So here's the legs. The legs are just as simple, which, like I said, is super refreshing. So there's a spot right here that you push and it unclips that. Now I'm gonna clip it back because I show that to you because I like to do it after I move this up. So I move this up like that, and then you push this and unclip it. So then you can move this down like this, and you may have to move it out a little bit just to get it right. Move it down like that, and then you clip that back so it stays like this, and then you can move that like this and then down like that. You move it down on this joint right here. So again, move that up. That's the reason I moved it up, so I didn't have to, so it was easier. It's right here, this joint, and this is tight. So there you go. You just need to start it and get some leverage. And I'm gonna try it a different way on the other side just to see. There we go. Last time I did it, it was a little bit better, and I don't know if I did it differently or the same. So the end result is this configuration. Everything should be good. So now again, let me try it over here. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna bend it here first. It might be easier. Oh yeah, it is. You get more leverage. So bend this down like this as best as you can. And they're good ratchets. It's just this one is super tight, and I didn't mean to unhook that. There we go. And then bend this up like that. Now unhook this, and that'll bend down. At the same time, you bending this like that. And you might as well close these. Make sure that's in there as great as possible. Now let's do these feet just so we can get them out the way. Pull this down like that. You want to flip this up and flip this little panel out. And then this, it's like this little piece right here on the foot, the toe goes into that little groove right there, but also this groove has to move too. So it's hard because it's little joints that are tight. So you want to flip this over as best as possible. There you go. You flip that over and it fits in there, but then this has to bend like this as well in order to get this foot where it's supposed to be. Oh man. And it's tight. There we go. Like that. And then you can put this foot in. I didn't mean to bend it like that. So then you should be able to get this foot in like that, and then this should go down and clip in just like that. It's hard if you don't do it. So again, you want to get this L shape. So you're bending this like that, but you also want to get this in there like that while this is bending. That one was a little bit easier. There we go. It's something simple, but it helps. These parts right here, you're gonna have to move this down, but there's a little part right here that needs to get out the way. So as you're moving it, move it like that, and then you can move this piece so it lets this get out the way, but then you gotta move it back so it can stick or stay right there. Then you just unfold this, move this down, and clip it together. The two peg holes right here going to the side of the legs, and then this clips in here, and it kind of solidifies it together. Over here is the same way. Unfold that, and you're trying to get this out the way, so you want to move that a little bit and then move it back. And you're moving it back because it fits, it clips in. It's kind of the clip that helps it at the end of the day. There we go. And now with this, you want to put this down like that, move this out, flip that around, and then while you got it flipped around, let me see. Yeah, move this like this, flip this around, but you want to pull this through and then have it pull this all out all the way, like slide that all the way through, and this will go back, and this cover that you slid in there, it goes like that and kind of fits in there to create that space. Then you have two pegs here, that peg on right here, just peg that in there, and then this can go wherever you want. You can flip this up here because it's the front. Guess it's like the water hoses. You can move this all the way up, and you can rest it there like this. We go for the fire truck, and it's great. It's great looking, a lot of nice details, you know, fire hose, rubber tires, of course. It rolls great. It's a great vehicle. It's chunky. Has little gimmicks. It has the things that the stoppers for the crane. I mean, it's for the ladder, but I always see them on cranes. So when they stop and they need to, what is it? You need a steady balance, so it doesn't go, so it doesn't wobble and go anywhere. I guess they use it for the ladders too. It would make sense. And then you can have the ladder, and you can move this ladder all around like that. Move it up and down, so you can spray the water and you can climb up and get to the people. I guess it maybe folds down, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's about it. You can see the front. We got windshield wipers. You got these are a little flimsy, but they feel like they won't break though. They feel like it's good to be flimsy. I should say malleable. Got the windshield, got the lights here, got the translucent lights. I know Peak said that these were on his was not translucent and they were scratched up, but they said they were changing it. So obviously they did, because it's translucent now. I think it's a combined mode port as well, which is why it was getting scratched up. Yeah, I really like this vehicle mode. It's super clean, and it's a great figure. All right, so if you enjoyed this review, please leave me a like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I will get up with you in another one.
You know, life ain't over, life ain't over, life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want it.